Hey YouTube. Well, let's just check in on the updates on the American election so far. Well, I mean, Donald Trump is gonna win his nomination so easily, not even being talked about, but I think it was like 830 to 1. Like his opponents, like, I don't even know why they're there. Like, you're just sort of looking at it like, yep, definitely going to be Trump. That's going to be, not that anyone ever really questioned that, but he will definitely win that one. I would say Trump would go in as the favourite to win for sure, because usually presidents don't usually go 4 years and that's it. Like presidents usually go for 8 years. Like very rare to see a short-term presidency in America. So he'll definitely be the favourite. If nothing else, probably because the people would want to see him try and fulfil all what he said he was going to do. Now, Super Tuesday for the Democrats, which I suppose has been on everyone, all the talk about it, at least on the news. Basically, Elizabeth Warren and Michael Bloomberg were only in the race, in that Tulsi Gabbard. They were only in the race for the sole purpose of taking delegates from Bernie. That's it. They had no other purpose. They're just, you know, you can't really say that Warren stands for anything. I mean, she's just been bad-mouthing everything what she stood for in 2016. So there you go, America. Her true face shows. Her true red face shows her, what was it, 1% red-faced? Anyway, so it's between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, and Joe has pretty much got massive support. Like, it's probably going to be Joe because DNC will cheat Joe in regardless of anything, because they're the ones with all the rules. They make all the rules. They've got all the money behind them. They've got all the ways to rig the system like they did with Hillary. So of course they're going to have Joe win. So it'll be Joe against, even though it's probably smarter to run with Bernie because Bernie's the only one that could probably win the swing voters. Like, they're the ones that'll win you an election, the swing voters. And because, of course, you're going to have your party, like the people that are like staunchly red or blue, and they will never change. And that's just who they are. So you're never going to change them. You're not even going to try. The ones you're going to go for are the swing voters. Joe has no chance of changing it. Like, he can't even talk like a decent way to debate or anything. He's like a wet noodle. Like, honestly, like he just flops around in the wind. He's got nothing. He stands on no convictions. I mean, Bernie would at least have a chance of winning swing voters. There's that. So strategically, it would be smarter to go with Bernie, but the DNC are retards, so they really are. Like, for an organisation that has lots of information available to them at any one time, they seem to ignore all the data all the time. All the time. They just, oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you want. It just matters what the people want, idiots. Don't you get that? That's how you win elections. You've got to give people what they want. It's not about you. It's about them. Idiots. Anyway, so Joe wins in the Rust Belt. Well, hate to break to you, DNC. Just like with Hillary, Trump owns the Rust Belt. I don't even know why it's called the Rust Belt. There's no rust out there. But anyway, Trump owns that area. Like, he will seal Club Joe back to the Stone Age. Like, all Trump has to do to win a debate is he just has to walk into the room and he goes, so who wants to see Donald Trump for another 4 years as president? Crowd will go, rah! And then Trump will be like, peace, drops the mic and walks out like a boss. And Joe's just standing there with his hand on his dick and he's just like, shit, I got no response to that. flop around like a wet noodle. That's what he'll be doing. So that's Joe for you. That's Joe. Look, all I'm saying is the guy has. He's not a strong leader. Like you can tell by just looking at him, he really isn't. So he's Hillary's bitch, is what he is. That's what he is. He's like whatever Hillary or Bill tell him to do, that's what he's going to do. Or his new boss, Michael Bloomberg, but who keeps tabs on these things anyway. Anyway, so that's basically it. They're all the media is basically saying how Bernie Sanders is going to get seal clubbed from here on in and blah 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 because Joe Biden, he's the paid one and he's paying all these ads, all these puff pieces that these news people are doing. I mean, I can tell you 100%. I think we're all convinced and know that they're all paid for advertising from, the DNC. Oh, we need to make Joe look good, so everyone, here's some money. So just say nice things about Joe and support Joe in every way and put nice music in the background and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. So that's basically what happens with that. I mean, it's the same with all elections, really. Like here in Australia, I've even heard it where the ABC, I think it was ABC, yeah. ABC will like, oh, we're not going to give like one of the minor parties the same amount of airtime as the major party because they don't pay us as much. Like I thought, you got to be like, are you serious? Like it shouldn't matter. You're the ABC for one. You're supposed to be non-biased, but number two, like the really funny thing about that is money's not supposed to like play a big role in politics. Like it's not supposed to, but it 100% does. So yeah, that's just how it works. And it's sad because no place in the world really should be determined by who has money. Because the world never changes and it's always going to stay as a corporate elitist dog pile that we've got the third world country economics where you have one or two people with all the money and everyone else fighting over scraps. It makes you wonder why, like, in all these places when it's like that, why doesn't anyone just go after the people with the money and just be like, you're going to give us that money. We're going to Robin Hood your ass. We're going to spread it to everyone. And if you don't, we're going to chop your balls off. Yeah. But they won't do that. The world doesn't seem to do things like that. Anyway, peace.